What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. Hands Down Sports. Appreciate y'all. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel. Help me out. Hit that bada bing. Get those notifications up. So, of course, today, the Timberwolves coming into town to NYC to face the New York Knicks. Now, the Timberwolves, after the trade, have been struggling. They're not doing as good as they were projected or everybody thought they were due with the addition of Randall and stuff. Right now they're eighth in the West, so if the playoffs started today, they're in. The New York Knicks are third best in the East, and they just beat Philly. So this is if we win this one, that'll be two in a row. So we'll see how we handle them. I don't think my man's Towns is going to be playing. He's still, with the thumb issue. It says day-to-day game time decision, but I think he's going to take another rest day. Gobert, I think he could have a great rebounding day today against the Knicks. So for all y'all parlay guys, I would put some money on that. He's going over for sure. In the news right now, of course, Jimmy Butler was suspended by the Heat, and I think those 7-game suspensions is coming to an end pretty soon. But there's some tension in the locker room, my guy. He definitely wants to be traded. He basically wants out of the Miami Heat. I mean, I don't know who wants to trade for him. Didn't look that up, but he could fit in a lot of teams. He's very talented. Knowing the Heat, they're going to probably get those draft picks in and maybe a star player from them, from the other team, but definitely locker room tension over there. There's a couple of guys that apparently, mentioned something that they're not even excited for him to return and stuff like that. So, we'll see, man. I mean, he had some type of issue with a check last year at the end of the season that wasn't given to him. It took him like 10 days to resolve it, but I don't think that's the real reason. Come on, man. It's just, hey, man, we made a mistake on our end. We're trying to fix it for you so you can get your last check of the season, blah blah blah. Here it is. And if he's struggling for dough like that, which I don't think so. I wouldn't think that that's the big situation there with him. But tune in at 7:30. It's in MSG. We're gonna be rocking, and I think they're gonna give a little, standing O to Randall and Divajenko. I don't know. I think they did it before, so maybe this time they, Knicks fans would be like, "Get out of here." You know how it is playing in New York. It's serious, my G. But I do think that the Knicks can win again. I mean, we'll probably come off first and second quarter on fire, doing our thing. We'll let them come back in the third quarter, tie it up in the fourth, and go into OT again. So, but we'll see. Tune into that. I'll be watching that later tonight. In MLB, I want to say rest in peace to this man right here behind me, Bob Uecher. I'm hoping I pronounced that right. Now, I just learned today that he actually did play baseball in the MLB back in the day. Now, in the video that I saw, they talked about him only having like a career batting average of like 200, so he only played like 6 seasons. But he was lucky enough to be on the St. Louis Cardinals championship team at one point, the last year of his career. But when one door closes, another one opens for him, because he was just an awesome, like friend, ball player for the clubhouse. Just, always funny. And me, Hands Down Sports, will always remember what he did in the movie Major League. I think that was epic. I always thought he was an actor, broadcaster for the Brewers. That's all I thought he did. And guess got to learn a little about him. But rest in peace to that guy. he's in the Hall of Fame for broadcasting with the MLB. Mad funny, you know what I'm saying? I will never forget that scene that he's like just a little bit outside. And then he did more funny things, for that movie. That was awesome. But, rest in peace, and, my condolences to his family. The Mets, like I was talking, if you saw my last video, I was talking about the Oakland A's signing an 18-year-old from Japan. The New York Mets officially signed a shortstop from the DR, Elian Pena. He's only 17 years old. He's going to be playing shortstop. I mean, not right now, because your man's over there and you can't take his spot. He's too nice. But he signed a $5 million bonus. So he's going to be in the minor leagues for a little bit, and he might be brought up, second base, outfield, to side. If you can hit, they'll find a spot for you. So, of course, my Dominicans, we rep that baseball to the fullest. In other news, he was, I'm sorry, I was going to mention, he was the number 3, the third top prospect of last year, and he was behind the pitcher that's trying to sign right now from Japan, Roki Sasaki. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm very sorry. I do apologize for that. But Roki, he is looking to sign with one of 3 teams, and one of them could be right here. So we'll see, man, because that dude, he's electric. Like, just awesome. Jeff Hoffman, closer for the Phillies, I believe, last year. He signed a 3-year, $33 million deal with the Blue Jays. He was supposed to sign with like the Braves or somebody else, but shoulder issues. They were like, nah, we're good. So the Blue Jays are going to take a chance with him, and hopefully he can, do his thing over there. I would appreciate it, my guy. Justin Verlander, I don't know, how many years he's playing, dog? Because, he's been in the league for probably over 20 years. And, the San Francisco Giants signed him to a 1-year, $15 million deal. The dude is still that good that he gets 15 mil for 1 year. Like, tú me puedes dar eso a mí, loco. I mean, I can't pitch like him, not even on the greatest day of my life. But, San Francisco, bringing in that veteran, Verlander, always solid. So we'll see what he does. It might be his last year in the major leagues, but I know it's, for those guys, man, it's hard to leave, man. You've been playing for so long. You got the accolades, you got the rings, you got the dough, you know what I'm saying? You got it established. You're going to the Hall of Fame. Justin Verlander's first ballot, that's going to happen. But it'll be interesting to see what he does for the San Francisco Giants. Another Houston Astro, Kyle Tucker, their first base outfielder guy. So to avoid arbitration, he was picked up by the Cubs, and they gave him like $16.5 million for 1 season. So we'll see what he does over there. I mean, I know the Cubs, they had a good run. Like, it would be like they would win a lot of games in 1 month, then they'll lose a lot of games the next month. So the Cubs are looking for that good niche of players to make a run, because they are good. They're just they're looking for those little pieces that they need to take another step forward. And then, of course, my guy Pete Alonso, first baseman for the New York Mets. He hasn't signed yet. I'm not sure what the Mets are trying to do. It says that the Mets offered him 7-year extension for $158 million, and he turned it down, my G. So I think you're gonna have to give him 8 years for $200 million. I don't know what he wants. I'm not sure where he's gonna end up, but it would be nice to see if Pete Alonso can get on the Mets. I mean, the Mets are making moves, man. They know they want him back, baby. You gotta have that guy. He's a threat, and when he catches on fire, the fence is too close for that guy. So good luck to the Mets, my G. See what they do. So now let's talk about some boxing, bro. Now this year in 2025, and I was mentioning it in my other video yesterday. Check that out, please. Give it a like. You know what I mean? There's gonna be some potential fighters coming out of retirement to try to see if they can break some records. Some guys are retiring. They're leaving the game like, hey man, I had a great run. You know what I mean? I'm good. But the lineups for 2025 can be very, very interesting. There's nothing on paper yet, but the talks are more about the chances of guys like Canelo fighting Terrence Crawford, Devin Haney, a rematch with Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury was like, yo, retirement. That ain't nothing, dogs. When I get that itch, man, I'm back. You know what I mean? And he wants to fight Anthony Joshua, the guy that lost to the champ, the boys. So things are, kind of rolling in in the boxing world right now, and I think that we should all pay attention because those are heavy hitters, man. That's heavy hitting right there, man. I'm not sure if it's gonna be pay-per-view and where you're gonna see it because I don't pay for pay-per-view. Vas a vaina, demasiado dinero. But I hope I pronounced his name right because this guy was a world champion. I don't think he even lost, and he retired, and then he wants to come back to attempt to break George Foreman's record of the oldest heavyweight champion, and that's going to be Vladimir Klitschko. I'm sorry, man. Boxing world, apologize. I apologize to all you fans that know how to pronounce this man's name. I just know he's a great fighter. He ain't messing around, and he might be coming back. So far, it doesn't say who he's fighting, or there's a potential of him looking for a specific, boxer or fight or match. But so far, when Foreman became the oldest heavyweight, I believe he was like 45 years old. That's what Mike Coppinger is over here writing in his column of the bold boxing predictions for 2025, and it's very interesting, man. He's making me want to see these things. I mean, now I'm gonna have to pay for the pay-per-view. I don't know, man. Tengo dinero para eso. I'm trying to get some from YouTube. Yo, subscribe and hit the like, B, so I can be watching these fights, my G, and then I'll be, then I'll come out here live, baby. Get you some to talk about. And then we're gonna switch it up. Because, of course, the NFL playoffs this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, Texans at Chiefs. Who you got winning? I got the Chiefs winning. Washington at Detroit. And you already know who I'm going for. Baltimore at Buffalo. And then the Rams at Philly. Now, out of all these games right here, the best one to see is going to be Baltimore and Buffalo. It's going to be either a high-scoring game or it's going to be, a low-scoring game because the defenses and these offenses are going to be in it to win it, B. For real, for real. Whoever wins this game, their quarterback is winning MVP. That's how I'm putting it down. The Rams against Philly. Now, Philly has probably the best defense here, and they would be the second best defense if Detroit didn't have so many injuries. But the Eagles, I think they're going to win this game. But for some reason, people are like, oh no, Rams got a chance. I was like, yo, the indoor people to play the outdoor people, Is it snowing in Philly right now? Yo, let me know, by G. Okay. I don't think the Rams are going to win, B. They're not going to look nothing like they did, against the Chargers. I mean, not the Chargers. I'm sorry, the Texans beat the Chargers. But the Rams beat Minnesota. Hurts is playing. I got my money on that guy. You know what I mean? Even if AJ Brown is hurt or he can't go, they still got weapons here. And what's their tight end? Goddard, right? Am I pronouncing that right? The dude stiff armed that guy from Green Bay, son. Awesome. Derrick Henry shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit was amazing. I was like, oh, and he got the touchdown, dog. He's like, I ain't messing around over here. But in my crazy mind, in my world, I want the Texans to beat the Chiefs so then they can go and face Baltimore. And then it's over. And if Buffalo does win, I want them to beat either the Texans or the Chiefs. Because I would want Buffalo in the Super Bowl if it's not Baltimore. That's where Hands Down Sports is going with it. All right. So you let me know who you going for. I'm going to show you real quick the team that I have here for FanDuel, and I'm hoping to win some big bucks, man. Because it's like I don't know. I can't really. I can't. It's hard. Like the defenses, I can't pick a defense and stuff. I don't know, man. It's just very difficult here. But we'll see, man. Stafford versus Hurts, Daniels versus Goff, Stroud versus Mahomes, and Jackson versus Allen. It's going to be amazing. Tune in because the game to watch is over there in Buffalo, man. I mean, New York has 3 football teams, tackle football teams, and only one is good. It's the one that's the farthest from New York City. So, I know the Jets and the Giants, they play New Jersey, whatever, but there's no New Jersey nothing, you know what I mean, when it comes to tackle football in the NFL. But this is going to be exciting, and I can't wait to watch it, man. So thanks for tuning in. My name is Hands Down Sports. This is the Starting Lineup Podcast. Give it that like, give it that bada bing, and that marquee.